Thank you, Trustee Wellington Shen, Vice Chairperson Philip Berry, Trustee Rita DiMartino. Thank you for the tremendous support and extraordinary dedication to CUNY. I wish my mother and father could have been here to hear that introduction. My mother would have loved it, but my father would not have believed it. Thank you, Executive Director Chung Wah-hung, for your extraordinary leadership in making the New York Immigration Coalition a national leader in promoting fair and equitable immigration reforms and justice for all. There's nobody in this country better than Chung. Let's give her a great round of applause. I want to thank Chancellor Merrill Tisch, who's always been there for CUNY. And I want to thank Chancellor Matthew Goldstein, who at this very moment is chairing the Charter Revision Commission, where I know I'll have to go back to within a couple of days, and who has done such an incredible job for CUNY. And Kathy Wild was just about a founding member of CUNY's Business Leadership Council. She has been with us from the very beginning and has been a major player in the renaissance of CUNY in this city. Always a tremendous supporter, and it's an honor to be in her presence. So thank you, Kathy, and thank you, Hector. Hector Figueroa is clearly an incredible labor leader, and I'm just honored to be here tonight with two such wonderful people. Thanks to my wife, Rebecca, who is here tonight with our children, Bradley and Haley. You know, Bradley and Haley are sitting here. Bradley is about 15, Haley is 11. And when Alan Wernick and the Citizenship Now crew, working with the Commissioner of Immigrant Affairs and the city and the New York Immigration Coalition and Legal Aid Society, immediately after the earthquake in Haiti, began to sponsor TPS events around the city in Brooklyn and Queens, my kids did community service with the Haitian immigrants, Xeroxing their passports and running the papers around, and you know, they made me proud. I'm telling you, take a child with you into the voting booth and take a child with you into every immigrant community and help people. That's the best lesson for our kids. You know, I have had the privilege of working at CUNY since 1847. I've worked with 6 chancellors, over 100 trustees, although I started when I was 10 years old. We have something called the CUNY Early College Now program. I want everyone here to remember that getting older is a function of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Like so many of you in this room, my identification with immigrants comes from my own personal history. My father came from Warsaw, Poland. He and his 2 brothers and a sister were able to reach America just before the Nazis arrived. He found my mother on the mainland. It's called the Bronx, in the United States, and we moved to Jackson Heights, Queens, a place that I call, that's right, Jackson Heights, I call it Grand Central Immigrant. And I spent a lot of my childhood in New York City playing handball and racquetball and paddleball in neighborhoods all across New York City with kids of every possible ethnicity and background. And I will tell you that a mother's voice yelling for you to come home sounds the same in every language. But my principal identification with the immigrant community, indeed, as Trustee Chen indicated, comes from my connection with CUNY, where students hail from 205 different countries. 205 different countries. You know, before I came to CUNY, I didn't even know there were 205 countries. Surely you can name all of them. But now I draw positive energy every single day from the immigrant talents and brain powers of the students of the City University of New York. I've never forgotten the story of City College alumnus Andrew Grove, one of the founders of the Intel Corporation. When Andrew left Hungary and found his way to the United States, he showed up at the doors of City College without a transcript. He was undocumented. All he had was great determination and desire to attend the City College of New York. His math skills were so stellar that they let him in. He went from being an undocumented student to graduating, then on to a PhD from Berkeley, and eventually he was named Man of the Year by Time magazine. And you know what? A few years ago, he gave us $25 million for the Grove School of Engineering at City College. You and I know that there are many, many more Andrew and Andrea Groves out there of all ethnicities, of all backgrounds, who need access to education. They need access to education, and they need immigration reform. That's exactly what they need. And I am deeply privileged to work with all of you here to help recognize and nurture their talents and their dreams. Thank you for this great honor.